party list organization yan. Pangalawa, sa kaso po ng Bagong Bayani, OFW versus COMELEC, ang sinasabi po ng ating Korte Suprema and Banat versus COMELEC, the nominee should belong.
What?
Should belong. The word belong has been repeated a number of times. Should represent the
Belong.
marginalized. And the word belong, Your Honor, please, has been repeated a number of times in ang Bagong
Kung ang
Bayani
sabi ng
versus
belongs, he should be a member.
kaisa kanila.
Ba't hindi
Isa
sinasabi na he should be impoverized?
Ang sabi po sa Banat, not necessarily wallow in poverty or
Yeah, that's
destitution.
correct.
Not necessarily po.
No.
But ang mahalaga po, you belong to that sector. You advocate the interests of the sector based on a track record that you have to establish.
Okay, but yours was a dissenting opinion.
Dissenting-
Na-overrule ka ata doon eh.
Dissenting opinion po.
Anyway, that's what I was saying. The same arguments were raised in a petition before the HRET because that congressman took his oath eh.
Opo.
So he was already proclaimed, so the aggrieved parties file a petition before the HRET using now your dissenting opinion as their arguments, no? Okay. Teka, nabanggit mo ata tungkol dun sa kaso sa Cavite, no? Yung
Sa
para
Kilayan.
magkaliwanagan tayo ng konti.
Opo.
Unang-una ba, pabor ka ba sa PICOS machine?
Ako po ay pabor sa PICOS machine sa desisyon pong Kapalya versus COMELEC, where the ponente is the Honorable Chair, and sustain the use of PICOS machines in the contract, the option to purchase. Justice Peralta, ako po ay sumasang-ayon.
Okay. Although that case now is under
Subject of a
reconsideration.
motion
Subject
for
to a motion for
But we are
reconsideration.
hopeful and...
Tinanong ko yan kasi, may nagsasabi kasi, kung meron protest, nasa rules natin kasi ang unang titignan mo, yung picture image eh. Para maintindihan natin lahat, those who are listening from us. Kasi doon sa picture image, pag pinasok mo yung balota, nakikita yung, napipicturan yung ano
Opo.
eh, yung
balota
balota
po.
eh. So makikita doon sa picture image kung sinong binoto.
Tama po.
Okay. So, when there is a protest, you do not rely on manual counting.
Tama po.
That is your position, hindi ho ba?
Totoo po.
But we assume that the picture image is intact. Hindi ho ba?
Ito po ay
No,
well-guarded, intact po.
we will not talk about that case, no?
Opo.
Kasi it's
Opo.
pending with you eh. Okay? Para maliwanagan lang ang publiko because you talk about picture image. Yung picture image, saan naka-record yan?
Naka-record at nakatago po yung CF cards.
Sa CF cards.
Opo.
So, ang proseso, kung ito ang boto mo, ipapasok mo sa balota, may nagka-capture ng picture yan eh. Hindi ba?
Totoo po.
Then papasok yung balota, binilang na.
Tama po.
Binilang na eh. Nakalagay nga doon sa congratulations nga eh. Minsan, interpretation ng congratulations, nanalo ka na eh. But actually, congratulations because you voted properly. Yan ang ibig sabihin nun, hindi ba?
Tama po.
So kung may protesta at sinabi niya talo siya, ang gagawin ng RTC or the HRT is to look for the CF cards, hindi ba?
Tama po.
Minsan may instances walang CF card eh. Are you aware of that, no?
Sa aming karanasan po, Justice Peralta, yung mga kaso pong na-resolve namin.
Meron din, ano?
Mayroon po mga CF cards na ginagamit po namin. Kaya nga po, paglobas
But meron mga ibang CF, meron mga mga ballot sa boxes na walang CF card. Meron, I think, I will not mention because it's pending before the HRET where I sit as a member. Kaya ganun po ang sistema eh. Hindi ho ba? Kaya mas madali ngayon sa PICOS mag-resolve ng cases.
Totoo po yan, Justice. As a matter of fact, maraming kasong winidraw po ng protestant. Alam nila.
Kasi because of the 25% na
20% po.
Okay, you first proceed with the 25%. If there's no sufficient recovery, then there's no need to the remaining 75% protested precincts. Hindi ba?
Tama po.
Ayun. Kaya mabilis.
Mabilis po.
So magandang PICOS machine.
Maganda po, Justice Peralta, kaya nga po ako po ay saludo sa inyo sa magandang desisyon niyo po
Naku.
sa kasong Kapalya
Paano
versus COMELEC. Gingona versus COMELEC.
10 na iboboto ko nito. So, thank you very much. On that note, thank you very much.
Thank you
Maraming
very
salamat,
much.
Commissioner Rene. Okay, maraming salamat.
Salamat po.
The last one.
Guest here si Attorney Dante Desierto. Ano yung palagay nyo? Kasi tinanong siya about yung objection sa kanya, no? Dito sa COMELEC. You think that will have an effect, itong mga objection na to, dito sa chances niya of becoming the next Chief Justice?
I-mention kanina kung ano yung substance ng complaint, and it had something to do with yung kanyang naging rulings dun sa kaso na ito. So sa aking palagay, hindi ito masyadong makaka-apekto dun sa interview niya. Kasi wala namang issue ng graft and corruption or katiwalian. In other words, yung issue of moral uprightness, hindi yan involved dun sa kaso. He's not being accused of committing graft. So, kung ang issue lang is kung paano siya nag-resolve dun sa isang kaso, palagay ko naman anyone is entitled to his opinion. He can rule one in this way or in the other. And hindi naman siguro makakasama.
What do you think about itong kanyang nakatayo siya, no? Unlike all the others nakaupo. Tapos he was talking in Tagalog. Anong sa palagay mo? I think ngayon lang na yung isang ini-interview Tagalog ang ginamit.
Mabuti nga yun, at saka kapansin-pansin, no? Ginamit niya yung wikang Pilipino.
Yes.
Maganda yun sapagkat mas naiintindihan ng taong bayan. Kaya nga tayo merong live coverage so that the people will be able to understand. Kung sa wikang English, paano naman ma-appreciate yung mga tanong?
Okay, ngayon sinisimulan na po ang pag-interview kay Manuel Shanco, isang retired municipal trial court judge. Panoorin po natin.
I opted to make to take the benefit of early retirement at age 62. Well, honestly, because I stopped dreaming. I stopped dreaming of promotion to the Court of Appeals, to the Sandigan Bayan, after 6 attempts. And I felt I had done enough in the regional trial court with regard to my docket, which was pegged at 640 cases when I came in June 2001. And when I left in December 2011, the docket of RTC Branch 6 Bulacan was 380. That means an average of, for the last 5 years I was there, I disposed of 700 cases out of 491 cases filed in that period of 5 years, as also indicated in the PDS.
Thank you, Judge. So why do you want to become Chief Justice?
In the first place, this was totally unexpected, ma'am, and I was surprised, completely surprised. In fact, I called up when I saw in the papers and heard on television my name being mentioned, I called up the JBC. Sabi ko, ano ba ito? Nakuryente ba kayo? Totoo ba to? Kuryente is the word used by media for false information. Yes, it's true, sabi nila. And we have here a copy of the recommendation. We will send it to you via email. And then again, a group of former colleagues from my seminary days made a second endorsement. So I am dreaming again of entering the judiciary at a time when, after the impeachment proceedings and with the high expectations of the people of a reformed judiciary, I'm dreaming again.
Thank you, Judge. That was my last question. Good luck. Justice Peralta, thank you.
Attorney Mejia.
Thank you, Justice Peralta. Good afternoon, Judge Asianco. Judge, having been an MTC and an RTC judge for a significant period of time, if you are to articulate the common sentiments of lower court judges, what would those sentiments be?
Well, Your Honors, the RTC and MTC judges, we have taken offense and we take strong exception to the stereotype and often used term of hoodlums in robes. We know, for example, in the Regional Trial Court of Bulacan, that most of the judges there are straight, honest, efficient. So we take offense at this brand or stereotype of hoodlums in robes. Although we are aware that there are problems in the lower courts, the docket is sometimes unmanageable. The average time in the trial and disposition of cases lasts up to 5, 6, 7 years. The sentiment of the lower court judges is parang by the way, in the seminars on personal security, which are being conducted by the Supreme Court, PhilJA, and BI, the first session is about statistics. Judge Ralph Lee gives statistics on the past 10 years. There have been 23 judges killed. The last one was Judge Arles of Bacolod Regional Trial Court. We know him to be honest and to be straight and to be efficient. So we are at the forefront, we are at the front lines of the judiciary, and we receive the brunt of threats, sometimes efforts at bribery, but we hold our ground. So the sentiment of lower court judges is, especially those who receive administrative cases left and right. I myself was a recipient of 7 administrative cases when I was in the municipal trial court for 6 years, all dismissed. The sentiment of the lower court judges is that it's somewhat unfair. There is not enough system of rewards and merit system that would encourage the lower court judges to aspire for higher position. That's it.
So, what significant achievement, if any, can you consider that has marked your judgeship?
Well, Your Honors, it is the fact that I have been consistent, regular in the performance of duty. As I mentioned, my docket was 640, and when I left, it was in the regional trial court, it was 380. That in itself may not be an extraordinary achievement, but I would like always to think that I've done my best, and like what I have been quoting in my blog sites and my retirement pieces in the site of XBD Philippines at multiply.com, the blog site where Father Jerry Orbos, Father Bel San Luis are doing their Sunday sermons. 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 6 to 8. I have fought a good fight. I have run the race to the finish line. I have kept the faith. I have kept the faith of what I received, the training for 11 years in the seminary, the moral integrity founded on a deep spiritual formation which I received and which cannot be developed outright in the 4 or 5 years of the law school. That's it, Your Honor.
I understand, Judge, that you previously applied for the Sandigan Bayan and the Court of Appeals. Were you shortlisted in those?
No, I was not.
applications? If you were not considered po for those positions, what makes you think now that you will be considered for the Chief Justice position?
Well, the fact that I'm here, out of 70 in the long list, in the original list, there are now only 22. And I heard 2 have been disqualified so 20. It's an honor for me to be included in the 20 long list of candidates for the position of Chief Justice.
Thank you, Judge. That's my final question. Good luck po.
Thank you, sir.
Justice Peralta.
Justice Lagman, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I have read the statement, which is supposed to be your opening statement, which is given to us. This the one? This the 3-page statement.
That is from the XPD Philippines, ma'am?
No. This is the paper which you submitted to the IBP.
Oh.
Yes. And I know Judge Shenko very well because we worked together when I was still an RTC judge in Bulacan. And with my personal knowledge of his character, he was a seminarian before, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I know him very well. I find no reason to further question him. And the fact that we have interviewed him several times when he was applying for the Court of Appeals and the Sandigan Bayan. Okay.
Thank you,
On that
Justice.
note, I don't have any more question for Judge Shenko. Thank you.
Justice Hermosissima, sir.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon, sir.
Well, we have interviewed Judge Yanko quite extensively before when he applied for Sandigan Bayan and the Court of Appeals. So we keep our record straight, and so thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Secretary Mosngi.
I have no questions for the aspirant. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, just few questions, Judge. When did you retire, Judge?
I retired, Your Honor, in December, as of December 31, 2011.
You were, how old were you? 62?
62 years,
So
Your
it's
Honor.
an optional retirement.
Optional retirement.
After probably passage of the new law granting a shorter period of time in order to be entitled to the full benefits.
Yes, Your Honor.
You waited for that probably.
Yes, Your Honor.
The other reason is that by retiring from the RTC, you can now apply to the position of Chief Justice because you are now considered as an outsider.
Well,
Is my impression correct?
I was not really thinking of that, sir.
Because
When I retired, I just wanted to enjoy the fruits of my labor, which, by the way, I have not.
Why?
It's been 7 months since my date of retirement, and my papers are still being processed. No benefits yet. I'm now living the vow of poverty which I took when I was a novice of the missionaries of the Divine Word.
But probably God is telling you to go back to the seminary.
Well, when I received the information from JBC, I consulted my former classmate and rector who is now the parish priest of Kamuning Sacred Heart Parish, Father Linus Nicasio, and he said, "How would you know if it's God's will for you, if you will not try?" So I do not want to disappoint those people, my former colleagues from my seminary days.
Yeah, because I remember Chief Justice Fernan. No? I think he had a judge at that time, an RTC judge at that time, who retired and then became a priest. Yeah, there was one.
I can now no longer become a priest and go back to my first love because my second love is here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My wife is here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So my other question is, do you have an edge against the other over the other applicants? Do you have an edge over the other applicants, whether insider or outsider, judge?
I would like to believe, Your Honor, that my background